I'm going live. I don't care what anybody says. Where's everybody at? Why is there nobody in here at all? Is there nobody in here? There they are. There's somebody. Who is here? 2 minutes from when? 2 minutes from then. So now we're here. It's me and 33 people. That's a special number. 33. Welcome to the channel. I am your host, the Bitboy. This is the Bitboy X Morning Show, where every day we talk crypto. We talk better crypto than everybody else, what we do. And we're going to do that today, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I do want to say I'm definitely not at the beach. Okay, you guys just keep that in mind. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start pulling up the show here, and I'm going to get our quote of the day here going, guys. Our quote of the day here today is going to be from one Aristotle. I wondered, can we get him up on the screen? I don't know if we can. There it is. There it is. Is that DJ VJ? Is that who's running the show today? Or is it DJ Kunan? I don't know. But the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And that's somebody named Aristotle. And I will tell you, this applies to crypto so much, guys, like in a way that I can't even really express. Like in crypto, there's so much that you learn that you don't know as you go through time. That's why it reminds me, look, I come from, people might know this. Maybe I put this in my book, maybe I didn't, but my degree is actually in ministry leadership. I was actually a youth pastor for a while, and I did stuff like that. And in the Christian world, right? Like it's kind of the same thing. The more you learn about how you're supposed to be doing things, probably, and I don't mean like all societal issues. I just mean in general. The more you just realize what an idiot you are and you don't know anything, right? God laughs at the plans of man, right? Because we're just, And this is kind of that same thing in crypto where when I first got into crypto, I felt like I knew everything. And here we are right off the rip, like I did predict a lot of stuff that was going to come in the space. But I didn't know anything when I started my YouTube channel. I didn't know anything about crypto. The more I learned about it, the more I learned about crypto, the more I learned about blockchain, the more I learned I didn't know. And that is the way it is in crypto. A lot of you guys are investing in stuff. You think you know what it is. You still don't even have any actual idea. So is this the bottom? The price? We're going to look at the price here in just a second, actually. So we've got some big stories coming in today. We're going to be talking about Ripple expanding into custody services. They've got a new trademark, which is making people think, it might be something really big coming. So we're going to take a look at what that could possibly mean. We're also going to be taking a look at, Canary Capital. Look at this, guys. Wow, you can't make this stuff up. We got a SUI ETF, guys. Canary Capital. You know what, guys? I want to talk about that story a good bit. We're gonna dig into this Canary Capital story because I tell you, there is something really cool about this, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. It's gonna be really cool, and this is why you watch the Bitboy and not other people, because I'm the only person who can give you this stuff. Elon Musk, we're going to be taking a look at what he said about Bitcoin. He called it magic money. We're going to be taking a look at SEC, looking at some custody, and when we get to structure or setups, we're going to take a look at, you know what, we're actually, I know yesterday I said we we're going to get a little more into trading today. We're not, and here's why. Because I've got a huge announcement. We have got a new exchange partner on the channel. And I'm not going to tell you who it is today, because if I tell you who it is today, some of y'all will go sign up, and I don't have my link yet. So y'all better pay the Bitboy. But guys, it is going to be really cool because it's a leverage trading site. And of course, on a leverage trading site, you can always trade spot too. But here's the thing. You guys know we were with Phemex for a long time. We love Phemex. They were really great to us. I got nothing bad to say about Phemex. But it was extremely difficult for everybody to sign up. Starting tomorrow, if you want to leverage trade, we got no KYC, no VPN. All you got to do is just go to the site and sign up. I'm so excited about it, and can't wait to tell you what site it is. And I've even came up with a slogan for this exchange, and they don't even know what it is. And I have just written their new slogan. So it's going to be really cool. I can't wait. Can't wait to do that tomorrow. So we're going to talk charts today a little bit. But we're going to really start with the new exchange tomorrow. We're going to jump into trading. We're going to start taking a look at kind of our new trading strategy. We have a new trading strategy. We're going to do what we talk about in the bootcamp whenever we get our DeFi module and our trading modules up. you guys will see, like, I've been doing trading wrong my whole life, I realize. And it's actually much simpler than I ever thought it was. And I think it's much simpler than you guys think it is too. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it the right way. And it's going to be really cool. So, all right, let me go ahead and before we jump into the stories, I need to pull up a certain website. Some of you guys may know it as CoinGecko.com. What? I don't know what that means. I'm afraid to say it out loud because it might be some weird sexual thing. It is not Blowfin. We were very close with Blowfin to having some good deals with them. I like Blowfin. I think they're okay. But, oh, I got the wiggle. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll sit still. I can actually do that now. Maybe not for the whole show. But I'm on like a wobbly, like hold on. Show you guys what I'm on here. I'm just on like this little, it's hard to see. You can't even see it. It's a tabletop thing is what it is. I want it so I can, I'm definitely not at the beach, guys. I am definitely not at the beach. And look, I see some people saying some stuff about some stuff going on in my personal life. This is all I'm going to say. Things are looking up for the Bitboy. And I'm feeling much better today about everything. And, I'm super excited. Oh, shoot. That was, you didn't see that. Nobody saw it. Okay. All right. Let's move on, guys. And I'm going to now pull up my stream here. I hope you guys like the new version of the show. Thank you for that. The new version of the show, as it is a lot calmer and we stay a lot more focused than we used to do, as you guys know. Okay. I love you guys. I love you guys so much, Bit Squad. You guys are absolutely amazing. I do want to say, as we get into looking at the charts here, or just the markets, we are going to take a quick look at my book again before we move on to the news. So the overall market cap is down. It was at 2.8 trillion yesterday. Today we're at 2.776. 84 billion in trading volume, under 100 billion. We don't like seeing under 100 billion. Bubble Maps has their own token now, and everybody's got their new way to get their new tokens. Everybody loves that shit. Guys, goodbye whacked. That's what I'm going to tell you. I got a tattoo. Okay. Bitcoin. Whoa, $82,000. Okay. Well, let's see what's popping. Our guy hit his short then. Did he cash out on this trade? Does anybody know? Did he close the trade? That's what I'm wanting to know. We went all the way down to almost 80,000 yesterday. Or no, this is a 7-day chart, actually. I'm sorry. So we went to 80. And well, you know what's interesting here? We're going to look at the charts in a little bit. So I'm not going to talk about the charts right now. We'll go to the charts when we get to our zenledger.io signals and setup section. But here we are, Ethereum coming in at 1894. These are some great buying points. I will tell you guys, these are great buying points. Anything under 220 for XRP is an unbelievable price. In that 220 to 240 range, that's a good average price. I think a lot of people have gotten in at. So a lot of people right now are sitting at a slight loss. As long as that doesn't turn into a major loss. I do think we still have, guys. I feel very confident we have another run in this bull run. I now think it's probably 120 to 125. If we had gotten to 120 on the first hump, maybe we could get at 140 on the second hump. If we had gotten to 140 on the first hump, we would have never got to 140 again on the second hump. So actually, really kind of the market has dictated to us where I feel like it's going to go, right? Because Bitcoin only got to 110. If it has a run up and shoots up again, it could maybe go to 120, 125, but I think that's going to probably be where it's going to top out. But I think a lot of us would take that at this point, right? I think a lot of people would take that. And that's what these bull markets do to you. They get you to a point of expectations where you're finally like, you know what, I'll just take that. And then when it gets to that price, the smart people sell. Pancake Swap, still having a good day, having a good week. As you can see, crushing it. Transactions, killing it over there on Binance Smart Chain. A ton coin, another big move today. I'm not really, I really need to examine what I feel about Telegram Open Network. I generally think that it's just a successful project. I think it's Putin's blockchain is what I kind of think. DEXI moving again, a decentralized exchange we've looked at. OKB maker, this is an exchange token. So, okay, we got some more exchange tokens. So BitGet token, a token we told you was going to do really well. It's done phenomenal during the bull market overall, or it's at least at times where it did absolutely phenomenal. So that's what's going on with that. Yeah, New Type says, I'm glad you're done with the Mr. X thing. Now you can finally talk on your own opinions. I know. I can promise you guys this. No one is ever going to be able to manipulate me again. I just think everybody's lying now. So, man, they had a good plan, though. I mean, the Mr. X thing was really, really, really solid when you understand it. The way that he was able – he basically told me what they were doing at the company, and I didn't realize it because I thought he was on my side. I didn't realize he was on a third side. So very fascinating stuff. But Raphael, that's going to be never. We don't need to do that. It would be a group effort anyways. You'd have to see the Bitboy. Okay. She ain't getting on there by herself. Surprisingly, I did pretty good for a geek. I'm not a geek. I am not a geek, man. I tell you, I am not a geek. Okay. All right. Let's head on over really quickly and let's check out Amazon and seeing how the old book is doing here. You guys don't forget to check out the Bitboy effect. We are doing really well. We had one guy. I will say, I do believe I know who this is. I have learned a lot more about who is involved in all this stuff. And we do have someone who has given me a negative review and it has nothing to do with the book. I reported it. Everybody go report this review, please. Oh God, everybody go report this review. This one right here, it's from this guy. I believe this is Crypto Billy, who is the mod of Sin City Crypto. I have seen this guy now. He is a person who's definitely involved in that third party. And I assume that's who this is. He literally went and bought this book just to write this, and 2 people found it helpful, right? These are 2 more people involved in their third-party scam. So the point is, and hey, guys, maybe, I don't know, maybe this will have a happy ending. I don't know. Maybe it will have a happy ending. But the point is that this person did not read the book. This person just went on here and just said this, and everybody should go and report this as someone who's just doing this to give me a negative review. So if you guys go to Amazon and search a Bitboy effect and find this, you guys should go and type this in, and you can see, guys, if you look on Twitter and you see some Twitter spaces that have some of these people in it, you'll start realizing they're all in the same ones because they're all in it together. And right now they're all scurrying because the light is scattering the roaches. And so they're all like linking together and grouping together and stuff like that. So, anyways, it's got 5 stars. And just a reminder that, let's see if it says what we are in. We're number 17 in survival biographies. We're number 640 in memoirs on day 1. So the book wasn't supposed to come out until today. And when our audiobook comes out in a couple days, it's processing. I read it. I cry a little bit while I'm reading it. Like, it's emotional. Just get ready for it. But, it is something that, I'm really proud of this book, and I really think you guys are going to love it. You're not going to learn a lot about crypto. You're going to learn a lot about the crypto industry and why it's so dangerous, for sure. So, anyways, you guys make sure to check out my book. Okay, let's go to New World Finance, and let's start getting into the news here. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. So, first story. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought I just hit 6. 1. Is this one not actually open? Yeah, I guess it did. Okay. Ripple expands. This is our number 1 story of the day, guys. This is our first mover, our top story of the day. Ripple expands into crypto custody with new Ripple custody trademark. Okay, so, guys, what do you think this means? Well, I wonder. Ripple Labs is taking a significant... I do have to thank Mr. X. He did keep me on XRP, and I'm not saying I would have gone away from it, because I didn't. I was still pro XRP even when he wasn't around, but he did harden me even more to it. There were some advantages of having him around for sure, and we got all the advantages, and now he's screwed, and we get all the pluses and none of the cons, because all the cons are on the other side, or one of the other 2 sides. There's 3 sides, guys. That's the big spoiler in the book. There's actually 3 sides to all this. It's not what we thought it was. But this move signals the company's intent to enter the increasingly competitive market of digital asset custody. And you're seeing that Ripple is doing everything just like I always said that I would. Man, XRP makes me feel good, just like I knew that I would. And everyone said that I wouldn't, but I would. That's right, because I feel good. XRP, where are you at? Okay, look, I know the price kind of sucks right now. I still think that $4.50 thing is going to happen in the cycle. I think it is closer. I think it is going to end up at $6 to $8 by the end when we have another run up. I think that's what you're seeing right now with XRP. You're seeing a lot of moves behind the scenes with this, getting ready for this big explosive move at the end of this bull run. It could go to $10, guys. XRP could go to $10 on this run. I don't think it's going to go much above that now because the overall market structure is slowed down. I don't think we're getting Bitcoin to 140. We're probably getting it to 120. So anyways, that's how I think this is going to fall out here. But here is something I really, man, I keep kicking over my Gouda Cheez-Its. Thank you. Brought to you by Walmart and Gouda Cheez-Its. I keep knocking them over there. Should have thought through that a little bit better. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be eating and drinking on the show. I'm sorry. Okay. In addition to its own custody ambitions, I got stuck in my mouth. Ripple's trademark filing also mentions downloadable software designed for cryptocurrency, fiat currency, virtual currency, and digital currency custody. The filing further describes software for transmission and storage of these assets, suggesting that Ripple may be developing a proprietary digital wallet. Of course they are. How are these people going to exchange RWAs on the XRP network without having a wallet? Guys, XRP is going to pass Ethereum. XRP will end up being the number 2 coin, I believe. I now believe in all of our fantasies and all of our wild predictions of this stuff. Man, it would have been really hard for me to ever say, man, I actually think XRP will be the number 2 coin behind Bitcoin. You see, Bitcoin is the standard. Bitcoin will remain the standard. XRP is a better coin in a lot of ways. Okay, I get it. But, Bitcoin is the standard. And for decentralized money, it is really, ideal. But when it comes to the space and who the behemoth is, we always told you who it was going to be. But, man, I just didn't think that this would actually get to where they're going to pass Ethereum. And they will, I believe. I think they will pass Ethereum very easily, actually. I think that here's the thing, guys. You got to remember, how many competitors does Ethereum have? In the institutional world, not really that much, right? Or the enterprise world, not really that much. Ethereum still dominates those spaces. But for retail, Ethereum pales in comparison to Binance Smart Chain, Solana, SUI in terms of quality and transactions. For all three of those are higher than on Ethereum. They're all faster than on Ethereum. And you have to understand, Ethereum's got a lot of competitors. XRP ain't got no competitors. like calling Stellar a competitor of XRP is equivalent to calling Bitcoin Cash a competitor to Bitcoin. It really is. Like, is it a competitor to Bitcoin? Like, yeah, Bitcoin Cash. Like, yeah, they launched it. They won these bigger blocks. Yeah, okay. But is it really a competitor to Bitcoin? Like, no. Like, why would anybody put money in Bitcoin Cash unless you're just straight libertarian and you really are still living this dream? That's the way I feel about it. Ripple custody expansion strategy. Don't need to get into that, really. Now, the regulatory challenge, we know that's going to be squared away. What's next? Key takeaways. Ripple's continued innovation in the crypto space could strengthen its position as a leader in blockchain-based financial services. That's all you need to know. All right. SEC considers crypto. How about this, guys? This is interesting here. SEC considers crypto custody rule under Ayuda's leadership. Mark Ayuda is the new SEC guy. I like Mark Ayuda. I don't know if I'm connected to him on LinkedIn or not. I believe he's the acting chair. He's not the actual. Is he going to be the chair? I forgot who they. I guess he is the acting chair. He is going to be the chair, Mark Ayuda. Okay. I think he's a good guy. Let me see if I'm connected to him on LinkedIn. I don't mind going to LinkedIn now because that's where I talk to Mr. X all the time. That's why I had to be like really careful about it all, But I'll go to my network here. You guys are going to see like my connections are like next level. And you got to ask yourself the question with all of these connections, did he really connect these, or was he knew these are people that might accept connections? I don't know, but let's look. I mean, I got so many high-level connections. It's insane. I got the COO of the Cleveland Browns. That's a very famous bank over there, I think in Spain, of course. There you go. Managing director of UC Ware. Section chief of the FBI. Abu Dhabi Finance Week. I mean, I just got so many of these people. But I don't think I have Mark Ayuda on here. He's a second level connection, probably. Well, he might not even be anymore. Is that how you spell it? That's not how you spell it, is it? Yeah, I was spelling it right. Wait. No, I wasn't. UYEDA. There it is. See, I was like a level connection. We got several. I'll go ahead and send him one. I'm sending without a note. But this is your current commissioner of the SEC. So pretty interesting. And if I were to go through my Mr. X, let's see, LinkedIn member. Oh, sorry. I asked him how my pee hole tastes. Sorry, Mr. X. I can view these messages. Here it is. Oh, man. This guy. Let me see if I can search and see what he said about Mark Ayuda. It'd be really hard for me to probably find it. Oh, God, that's more the stuff I was saying to him, man. I was really going off on this guy. But anyways, Mark Ayuda, I do think he is a good commissioner. I watched some of the things that he said on CNBC, and I actually think that he's like, you know, really, really, really a good, strong candidate. He's very solid. But you have to know that all of these people have hooks in them, whether they know it or not, or whether they want them or not, whether they can do anything about it or not. These people do not operate 100% independently. There's not one person in the government that operates completely independently. There are the same way that if you are at a ballpark and your kid plays all-stars and there is politics and like not every kid that's the best kid makes the team, obviously. That's the way. And why is that? It's because there are other factors other than just skill level. There are other factors in government decisions than just, hey, we're going to make this decision this way. That's not how it works. So I do think that under Ayuda's leadership, the stuff is really cool. I think, you know, it's coming out that the SEC case may be over completely soon. The SEC signaling they don't even think XRP is a security. They're saying now they think it's a commodity. And why is this happening? This is all happening under Trump and under Mark Ayuda. So really, really good stuff here. So they are now considering revisions to the crypto custody rule under his leadership. This was something that was put in place several years ago. And it's one of these things, guys, that I told you when it was put in place, it wouldn't be a big deal. This stuff all gets worked out in time. All that you have seen in the government throughout the history of crypto is just a constant slowdown of it. They're constantly just trying to slow it down a little bit. They know it's coming. And why are they slowing it down? Well, two reasons. Number one, the way that Crypto Decade Lee used to put it, he used to say that when the institutions are sitting at the station and the retail people are sitting at the station and the train takes off, the retail have the power of the financial system. So what that means is they were late in crypto. They stopped it in its tracks and pulled the opportunity back to them, right? That's the power that the institutions have. So they put these roadblocks like the custody rule in order to scare people and keep people away from it. But now we're in a place where over 50% of people in America are in cryptocurrency or have invested in cryptocurrency or digital currencies in some way. So we're point, at least on the investment side. And now what you're seeing is since everybody's in, now the government's slowly taking away those roadblocks because they've caught up. You see? It's a very simple game. It's not really that complicated. I want to talk about this Canary Capital story, man. This right here is, I tell you, okay. Canary Capital proposes first ever SUI ETF following SEC. Just yesterday on the show, did I not call this? Did I not say this literally yesterday? Now, Canary Capital, I've always said it doesn't mean anything when they file for these. They're doing it for attention. But man, you know what's really interesting, I think, when you the phrase canary in a coal like carbon monoxide serving as an early warning of potential danger for miners. Now, obviously, this is not something, Canary Capital is not a warning, right? But what is a canary? What does a canary do in the world of mining? It alerts. It alerts. It's the first alert that something bad is happening, actually. And the miners need to listen and do something. Well, I might propose here that Canary Capital may be the canary of crypto. They were the first ones to file a Solana ETF, first ones to file XRP ETF. Those are both coming now. They got big players in the game now. Those are both coming now. Probably a year or so, maybe less. But now, yesterday, after I just called SUI as the next one, boom, Canary. And I wonder if they announced it, because I said that even. And some people are out there saying it. They want to be the canary. They want to be the first ones out. Maybe that's not true. Maybe it's a little too conspiratorial there at the end. But I do think there is something to this, guys. I do think there is something to what Canary Capital is doing. They're front-running ETFs that they know are going to get approved, and they were the first ones. So they're going to get a lot of clout and credit, even though they won't be the first ones approved. They were the first ones putting their hats down saying, these are the ones. And they're doing it at a time when I also have said, I said XRP Solana ETFs were coming. Canary Capital came right after that. I said SUI one's coming yesterday. Boom, here it is. And that's not insider information. That's easy to see. If you touch the SUI blockchain, you just see how much better it is than everybody else. I do worry about Adney and the top of SUI being connected to Andrew Gordon. I am concerned about that because the SUI team reached out to me and we're all gung-ho. They wanted to work with me and they wanted to talk to me, wanted to see me at the Paris Blockchain Week, invite me to come out there and different stuff. And I responded and I was real excited because Cassie loves SUI, obviously. And I was like, man, this is great. I believe that SUI is on a media blackout. I believe Adney's involved. I believe that Adney does have, I don't think he's involved like he's actively trying to hurt me. He sent me several encouraging messages, but I believe there's a media blackout on me. You can look, CoinDesk is in my book. They won't touch it. They won't talk about it because there's a big underbelly criminal syndicate of lawyers who are in the most professional of projects. And so I think that someone involved in the money laundering has told Adney and has told SUI that they're not allowed to work with me. I believe that's going on 100%. I am the number one SUI influencer. Me and Cassie have both been the number one people out here telling you about SUI for the longest time. They talk to me behind the scenes, but they won't touch me publicly. And I've got nothing personal against Adney. I like him. I think he's the best CEO in crypto. I think Adney is the best CEO in crypto. I really do. But I am really concerned about the way that all that happened. And it was like, hey, we really want to work with you. And then when I responded, I was ready to go. It was, oh, nope. Sorry, actually, we can't work with you at all now. Wait, you guys reached out to me. You guys sent me an email. So I'm not trying to cause any drama with SUI. I do love SUI. It is the best blockchain regardless of, whether any of that is going on or not. But I do believe that there is something there to that extent. You guys go read my book and you'll find out why I think some of that stuff. Or not think some of it. I know most of it is 100% true. There are some speculative things, but the point of this SUI news here is absolutely huge, guys. It just backs up what I said yesterday. Elon Musk exposes magic money computers printing cash. Could Bitcoin be the fix? Give me that Bitcoin. Elon Musk exposes magic money. Let's see what happens. Now, you could misread that and say Elon Musk exposes Magic Mike. That would be really interesting. Maybe him and Grimes or something. Sorry, Elon. Now I don't know if Elon knows who I am because Mr. X was fake. Mr. X and Elon doesn't know who Mr. X is, I'm sure. He doesn't know who Mark Gufford is. I'll just say it like that. A Mark U. Actually, a Mark U. Mark Ufford, Mark U. That's interesting because Mark Ayuda, we discovered, is another Mark U. Elon Musk has made a shocking revelation about how the U.S. government financial systems operate. Musk claimed he found at least 14 magic money computers within federal agencies that have the ability to issue payments without proper oversight. What? Wait a second. This is interesting. This is interesting. Oh, man, this is so interesting. He says federal agencies, including the Treasury, Defense, and Health and Human Service Departments, possess financial systems that can autonomously generate and distribute funds. He described them as magic money computers, implying they lack synchronization and proper oversight. I mean, man, I tell you, this is really fascinating because once again, we go back to the Mr. X stuff. This kind of lines up with some stuff that he told us, which a lot of it was accurate. We've got to parse through this information and try to figure out what's accurate and what's not. But he always said they never turned off the money printers. They never turned off the money printers, really. He said that's a lie. He said none of that is real. They're always printing money. And now here we've got 14 computers that they're claiming can basically print unlimited money without it technically touching the supply. That's pretty interesting. Or at least the printed supply. Elon Musk's exposure of these magic money computers has reignited discussions on financial transparency and the role of Bitcoin as a potential hedge against government-driven monetary expansion. Whether Bitcoin truly fixes this. Bitcoin fixes everything, right? Remains to be seen, but the conversation is far from over as the U.S. government navigates its evolving stance on digital assets. All right, last story of the day. Bitcoin's hash rate bounces. All right, cool. Let's move on. I'm just kidding. Miners dip through revenue dip, or miners power through revenue dip. Man, Bitcoin mining is really such a beautiful system. It really is. The way that the hash rate, and if you don't understand what the hash rate means, the hash rate is how many times per second the locksmith inside of the miner can stick a key in to try to unlock the lock, right? So if it's 752 exahash per second, I guess that means that you can try it 752 exahash times to try to unlock it. And the more, I would be really interested to see what the hash rate was at the very beginning of Bitcoin, now that I understand it a little bit better, because you have to understand the way that the difficulty algorithm, it makes Bitcoin harder to mine when more people are mining. It's just like supply and demand is built into it. So it's just some really, really fascinating stuff. So the hash rate bounces back up. Miners powered through revenue dip. Yeah, we don't have the chart on that. It's really interesting if you can look at the chart. If not, it's okay. All right, let's see here. Let's see who are pending. Who are our mutuals? Douglas Sifu, vice chairman of the Florida Panthers. Ari Redboard. Okay, he is a guy who was involved in uncovering the Bitfinex funds, I believe. Correct? Wasn't he in that documentary? I think he was in the one with Razulkhan. I believe he was in. He helped track down where that money was. Dundee Disparte, he is the CSO at Circle. And then Brian Brooks. You guys see I'm connected with Brian Brooks here. Financial services CEO. So we got some people in the middle. I would love to connect with Mark Ayuda. I'd love to get him on the channel one day. I just like to have a open connection with the SEC as it's changing, and it's the SEC dropped its investigation on Lost It All Live, so that's good news. Sorry, I digress. Okay, let's get to the charts, guys. Let's go to the charts. Tomorrow we're going to debut our new partner. We're super excited about this. And before we do it, let's go ahead and talk about our sponsor of Signals and Setups. That's right, guys. We're going to accept some cookies. Everybody likes cookies. You got to take them. You got to take the cookie. Just don't get caught taking the cookie out of the cookie jar. Look, guys, this is zenledger.io, Signals and Setup. We're going to take a few seconds of Zen. Man, it's so hard to sit in Zen at the beach. Man, very tough. Oh, what's going on down there? Okay. All right, guys. This is Crypto Tax Made Simple. Get started for free. If you're new to zenledger.io and you need your crypto taxes done, 10% off with code BITBOY10. That's BITBOY10. You guys know that show Ben 10? Like for your kids? This is the same thing, but Bitboy 10. New Year's is only, but guys, even on the free tier, they'll answer all your questions. So just click here and annoy the crap out of them. No. Ask them real questions. Don't annoy the crap out of them. Okay. Sorry, Zen Ledger. I love them. They're a great partner. We love Zen Ledger. I can't wait to see, what the future of that company is going to be. Because I think they are the best crypto tech software, period. And it's actually not a scam, and most of the other ones are. That Node 40, that's a scam. That's for money launderers. Node 40 is literally designed for and by money launderers to get around hooking your account, hooking up your exchange directly through API. So it pulls all the transactions. Node 40 sets it up so you can go and you can click and unclick transactions. It's literally set up for money laundering. That's what Node 40 is, which is what, Andrew Gordon and those guys use. So anyways, this is an absolutely phenomenal website. I highly suggest you check it out. And then TradingView is another website you can check out. It is where we made our prediction for what is going to happen. And you can see it is already started. It has already started exactly as the Bitboy has predicted. Well, I guess not. I guess actually I had it going slightly up, but it hasn't even really started yet. It's really on the next candle where it's going to start. So I do think we're going to hold around 80. I think that now that we are down around 80, 1.6, whatever, I think certainly we are set up at some point for maybe a capitulation wick. Let me get a different color on that one. Yeah, you could have something like this even. You could have something like that and then bounce right back up. These are scenarios you could see. This is just kind of what I think in general is going to happen. And, if you go back to where I've drawn all these lines that have been like pretty much so accurate, you'll see it doesn't always start out exactly on par. But what you'll see is if you watch our green line that we drew on July 29th, the lasted 3 months, you'll see it pretty much, it was about the average price all the way through until we hit the peak and it exceeded the price. Then we drew our white line and we followed the pattern exactly until we didn't, all the way over here. And then, of course, where we had it pumping up, it's going down. And what happened here? Why did this happen? Why was I so wrong on this? Well, remember, guys, at any given point, it could go up or it could go down, thanks to the famous Carl from the moon, one of my best friends in crypto. I love that guy. But the point is that it could go up or it could go down. But the fact is it does both. It goes up and it goes down. But what is it doing mostly over time? And when you look at these Bitcoin cycles, traditionally what we have seen, because this, when you look, I know this screen is getting very tangled. We're going to actually, when we start doing real TA tomorrow, we're going to actually start using a different chart. We're going to keep this one for the lines. We're going to have another one for the clean lines, because this one is just too dirty, to be honest with you. But if you were to look right here, okay, I wish you could just change the color. I hate that you have to change the color after you draw it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, okay, I'm just going to do it. Okay. This part right here, you guys see this? Okay, I'm going to change the color on that for sure. I'm going to make it. This is what we call a normal dip in a bull market. Okay, that's what you're looking at. Okay. That is a normal dip. That is not some kind of crazy structure or some kind of big pattern. This is a normal dip we see in crypto in a bull market. The thing is, we kind of double topped. We double topped on this one. We did make a slightly higher high. But the point is that this is just a dip. This is not the entire bull market, guys. Okay. So why was I so wrong here? Why did I have it going all the way up and it went all the way down? If you actually look, it's done almost exactly what I thought it would do inverse, right? Because at this point, I knew it was at a juxtaposition of where it's going to go next. But what you have to understand is that so far, we've had 2 out of 3 cycles that had 2 distinct parts to them. 1 out of the 3 was just up only. This is our 4th cycle. So I was thinking maybe this one's going to be more like 2017 in terms of direction, where it's going to be a slower grind up. We were going to continue up because the numbers are getting so high. And we didn't get that. Instead, we got what looks to be we're in the middle stage of what we've seen in two out of the three bull markets that we've had, which is a double structure. The first one was 2013. I sold. It went up over the summer, I think. It came back down and then went up. I sold in November of 2013. It went up through December of 2013. It may have peaked in the first week of 2014. I think it peaked in 2013. I can't remember, but the point is it exploded upwards. And then that market got destroyed when the news came out that the Mt. Gox hack had occurred. It's the same story, guys. The same story every cycle. Every cycle is the same story. You just got to figure it out, right? It's like all the same stuff happens. You think there's going to be no exchanges that are going to follow at the end of this? There's no countries that are going to have egg on their face. They bought all this Bitcoin. The market's going to crash. It's going to be the same story. It's just different actors and a different way of looking at it. So I think that what you saw here, where I was so wildly inaccurate about, really, I mean, these were the two scenarios that I laid out. I drew this white one, but then here I said, man, this could really happen. And that was at the exact top, because that was the moment right here, like right here. That's the moment where if it was going to go up, it should have gone up, and it didn't. That's a terrible color. Change that too. There we go. Because if it got any higher than that, it was going to break into what we call a price discovery, and it was going to go up. But instead, we got the opposite, right? Which I wish I could really do this the opposite. I am not, was smart enough to do that, right? Or whatever. But the point is that this would have been the 2017 cycle structure. This seems to be the structure that we've seen in the previous markets. And I actually want to redraw that line because I do want to point out that this too, like just where the top line would have started coming back down. Now, it's something like this. I think this is kind of what we're going to see a little bit here as we have now gotten down to the bottom of the structure. I think we've gotten to the bounce point. I think we are probably going to go up. I do think that one thing I want to note, okay, about 2021 that's really interesting to me right now is that Dan Moorhead, who is one of the most connected guys in crypto, he is of Canary Capital. He famously said he thought the Bitcoin was going to hit 120,000 in August of 2021. He said that back in I don't know when it was, maybe March of 2021, thereabouts, somewhere thereabouts, give or take 6 months, But the point is that I thought Bitcoin was hitting 120 to 125,000 too, right? A lot of us did. And I think that what we're going to see is we're going to see this cycle hit the last cycle's projections for Bitcoin. And then that sets us up for a really interesting next cycle. Where does Bitcoin go next after it goes from 70 to 120 and it doesn't even double? Now, where does it go next? 175. And now all of these people that we're talking about $1 million Bitcoins, they just look asinine unless we get some kind of crazy run up at the end of the cycle. It is possible. I can't see it. I can't see it. Guys, the money is too big and too evenly spread out now in TradFi getting into some blockchain stuff and some crypto stuff. I just don't think the money is there to push Bitcoin above $130,000, $140,000. I just don't think it's there. People are hurting still from the economy. People don't have tons of money. The rich are getting rich, the poor are getting poorer, but you need the poor to have some money to put into the retail market sometimes. At least the uninformed money, as we say. But overall, I'm not. I actually have to say that I feel like that this dip that we're on, it's made me feel better than ever about kind of my original projections for a two market structure. And I changed. I went away from that. Why? Because Mr. X said so. Okay, I get it. I'm an idiot. I get it. I keep doing this stuff, don't I? I'm just so dumb sometimes, man. I'm getting smarter though, which is scary because I'm already in Mensa, as you guys know. I did renew my Mensa membership. Hold on. I want to hold on. This is very important, guys. This is one of the most important things that I'm going to do in the history of the show today. I mean, people just really have to understand what's happening. Let's see. Oh, okay. What is this? Hold on, guys. This is crazy. Anyways, it doesn't say what it's for, but guys, this is my well, there it is, guys. That is my Mensa member badge. I am a member of Mensa, guys. That is correct. I did pay my $75 for the year, and I am in Mensa for another year. It is not pay to play. You do have to be smart to be in Mensa. And it's one of the funnier things in my life is that I'm in this pretentious group of smart people. But I guess that's what crypto is too. So that's all I got. Be blessed. Bitboy out. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, by the way, I'm going to be, I do want to say this before I get off the show here. I am going to be getting back into Discord this week. So we're going to be making a lot of big changes over the next week to Discord or over the next few weeks as we really build out our Bitboy BootCamp. But I will be in there. I'm going to be back active this week. So if you guys are in there, you will see me probably by the end of the day tomorrow. I'm going to come in there and make my presence felt. I have been behind the scenes doing everything. I'm time to get back in the community. So appreciate you guys, and talk to you guys later. Be blessed. Bitboy out.